So guys, and welcome to the second episode of Zero's Retrospective. And with this one, I was kind of on the fence on it because these two go hand in hand, and it was basically like, well, what do you want to talk more about? The console wars growing up, or the your or just gaming in general growing up, and I thought like they basically go like hand in hand. So I'm decided to just juggle both and just relay some tales from my childhood and whatnot, and how the console war was back then. Because at the time it was basically just Sony. I mean, fuck, Sega and Nintendo going like back to back, and I remember like just as a kid, just watching my older brother. He had his own Sega Genesis. I think he had the 32, and he was watching him like play games like Sonic and Streets of Rage and Golden Axe, and me wanted to play those exact games. I ended up doing it, like playing the exact same games with him, and me and my other brother, who's like 2 years older than me, we ended up like playing it. That basically was like our bonding experience, and it still is to this day. Like just play games together, watch each other play games. That was basically like the gist of our early childhood, and like around like just being able to play games with family, around family, and because my sister, she also played games at the time. Like we just all around like playing video games. Most particularly Sonic. Sonic was the main one because we would just all take turns. Like me, like if I could get past anything, I would like have my older brother do it for me. Because on my own, I could only get to like the spring yard zone, and because I was like terrible when it came to I remember patterns because the thing we used to do like a lot with Sonic One was like we will always like memorize the count, and we always count out loud of how many hits it took to beat Urbana because it was only 8 hits, and we would just count out loud, like everybody would just like yeah, it was like one of those moments that got you like real into it, and it was like that later, and it was also it was the one that water. That was another stage we can never get past, but I don't think I ever beat the. I didn't beat the game until like on my own till like later, like I say high school really, because I had the May collection at a certain time, like as soon as it was announced, I got the Sonic May collection, and for my birthday, and I haven't played like Sonic One since. Like now, I could beat the game easy, but back then, no, I just made to like Spring Yawn Zone, got to the boss, fought to my death because I was an idiot child back then and just couldn't remember the power of him like taking a part of the stage and then hitting him while he's doing it and whatnot, or getting hit by the spike and then falling to my death. So that was the thing. Same with Sonic Two. Sonic Two. Thing with that was the same rule applied. We took turns playing that, but Sonic Two, sometimes I could get past chemical plant. Sometimes I could, and I made it all the way to Metropolis. You know, the only stage in the game that had like 3 acts, and it was just about this Sky Fortress zone that got me because I have a fear of height. Well, like I don't anymore, but at the time I had a fear of heights, and being so high up in the air just it's like, oh my god, I could fall to my death, and that happened a good few times. I had like no sense of direction of like where to go, And when we finally did make it to like the end, like we found out there was no rings, and we kept dying to like the Eggman robot, and that was another thing. Like you could never beat Sonic 2. Like those two games I never beat like in my childhood. It's like says a lot, really. Um, yeah, and it was like most of it just been like with the Sega Genesis and whatnot, and we didn't like my sister ended up getting like a Super Nintendo. That was her thing, and I remember like playing Kirby's, like that was the main thing. Super Mario World and Kirby Superstar, but with Super Mario World, there was like a little there's a story to go with that. Yeah, when I went to go get it, I was with I was with our parents, and just I was also with my god brother, but he's like a little baby at the time. He's like his senior year of high school right now, but yeah, we were on our way back, and our the car got a flat, and it was raining too, and it was night out, and we was just stuck there, and I remember just like wonder how we got back, and then we just had to sleep in the car, and I was like, you just you don't you just can't forget this thing like that, you know. Just moments like those just stay with you, like of how it was and everything that happened, and it was a good game. I remember like getting introduced to Yoshi for the first time, and everybody just like taking turns in co-op, being Mario and Luigi. Me getting the Boo's Castle the first time, because I think this was the first introduction to Boo. That was Super Mario Bros. 3, and we didn't have a. I didn't even know we had an NES at the time, but it was just oh boy, just it was a whole new experience, you know, just playing Super Mario World, and made it to like Bowser's Castle. Just couldn't beat him because didn't know how to beat him at the time. I remember being scared of the clown copter. I was scared of like a lot of things when I was little. Like it made no sense. Like Nightmare Before Christmas, I was scared of that too, and there's a whole bunch of stuff. Like some people like some looking now, you could be like, oh, that's not so scary, but me, I'm like, yeah, I can't believe I found this scary, and some of it like some dolls. I still find dolls fucking creepy, and Child's Play didn't help. Like now it's just joke, but oh my god, just dolls just scare me. And oh, Evangelion didn't help that fear. I can see why Asuka hated dolls, but um, Kirby Superstar. Sorry for that. That was to me that will always be like the Sonic 3 and Knuckles of like the Kirby series, because of how it was basically all these Kirby games back and made into like one single game. And I don't know if it was the first game that it was the first game that introduced Kirby's capability, but it was the first game to introduce like the whole co-op thing, the whole your character player two can play as a buddy Kirby, and that was fucking awesome. And I remember me and my brother like playing through the game together, like the entire game from Spring Breeze to Dino Blade to Man Knight's Revenge, great great cave offensive. That was my favorite. And I was like geeked as hell that it was in Smash Bros. For Wii U. I was like showing some Kirby Superstar love. I'm like I'm always for Kirby Superstar love because Kirby Superstar is my favorite game in the Kirby series. And of course, Man Knight's Revenge and Milky Way Wishes, Merrick's, and I swear to God, Merrick Soul scares the fuck out of me. Oh my god, I didn't even know it was a Merrick Soul until I checked about the True Arenas Kirby Superstar Ultra, which I gladly got because you know I love the original so much. I was like, I'm gonna get this because it's like a enhanced version of it. And another game I remember from the SNES was Porky's Haunted Halloween. That was a really scary game for me because I'm like the music didn't help either. Atmosphere, the music didn't help. I know it was like a generic platformer, like baby's first platformer. I wouldn't call it that, but it was a obvious licensed game. But oh my god, it was just so fucking scary seeing all these, like especially Yosemite Sam, like the cowboy level. Just he just scared the fuck out of me because of how fucking big he was and his staring and how Daffy, like there's this certain point in the game, like wherever you got on a thing of board and you need to go up, Daffy will just show up and just show his fangs and just be really scared. I'm like, oh my god, this game, oh my god, what am I playing? And then there was also like after the first boss fight with the ghost, and then after you beat him and he dies and his eyes just turn red and he just stares at you and the music plays and it was a very very eerie clear music I ever heard in a video game, like ever. And it was just, oh god, that was, oh, even playing it now I still get the creeps, you know, like just it just stays there. Like if you play the game you know what I mean. It's really really god. Speaking of licensed game, another thing about the Genesis, we had some other games, some licensed game like Tiny Toons, and which again we didn't end up beating because I was like we didn't we sucked at platforming at the time. So I was fairly good at Sonic 3 though. I remember that much. So I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who was like who got to like the Carnival Night Zone in Sonic 3 and was like and got to like Act 2 and like what the fuck did I do? And it wasn't until later I found out like you were supposed to like go up and down, but me, I use momentum to help me. That's basically what I did to solve it, and I've been doing it because first time I got through was an accident, and the second time through I was like, okay, I know what to do this time. I'm just gonna forward my momentum. I'm gonna go up, and then I'm gonna come back down just as fast, and I kept doing that till I literally was able to just slide through it. And except one time, the one time it actually crushed me. I got crushed doing that. That was hindsight, but that was like in my later playthroughs of it, like when I got older. But yeah, that was the thing. Sonic 3D Blast. Actually, to this day, that's still the it holds. This is the only Sonic game my brother ever liked because he hates Sonic with a passion, and the only thing he likes from Sonic is Knuckles and Rouge and the child from Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. And this was his game. He basically loved playing it and made it to like the end, I believe. Made it halfway there. I think he stopped at the fire stage, but I'd say like Sonic 3 Blast. Looking back now, that was like a mediocre game and something I probably could play. Like the controls are just stiff, I say, because oh my god, those fucking birds. Like I get we wanted to give them personality, but that red one kept fucking hopping around every time you lost them. So oh god, don't get me started on Sonic Spinball. I still regret that one. That was like, what the fuck were I thinking in this? Because I think I got that before Sonic 3, and I was like, I should have just got Sonic 3. Because I was like, what the hell is this? And the only one who got real enjoyment out of that was my older brother because pinballs and whatnot. And yeah, also Toy Story. We had Toy Story on the Genesis too. That was another licensed game. We played that. Um, so we didn't really get that far when we played it. Our cousin did, and it was just Like he got through it once, asked him to do it again. Like nah, he didn't do it, so stuck on stupid for that. Our Real Monsters. That was another tie-in game. Like that was really really weird because it was because they were going for the whole the Lost Vikings things, and with the whole you play as each one, and each one does like a different part. They had that going for it, and Golden Axe. That was another one I remember. My older brother played that a lot. This Golden Axe and Streets of Rage, and played with him on both. That was fun co-op times. Um, and that's Tom and Jerry. That was another game I remember from that we had. Another tie-in game. Like Porky was like a generic platformer, but with shoe-in characters and whatnot. And I think that's it for the Genesis side. And as far as Super Nintendo went, as far as any other tie-in games, we had Scooby Doo, which was weird. I didn't get that. Even now, I still don't get that. And that a Power Rangers racing game. I think it was Power Ranger Zeo. Zeo was the racing game, and Super Star Wars, which was hard as fuck. So yeah, that was fun times right there. And that's the most I can think of for like Super Nintendo games at the moment. Because we after a while we just stopped playing, and that was for good reasons because we got the Dreamcast the Dreamcast came out, and I was like, oh my god, you heard it once, you hear it time and time again. The Dreamcast was ahead of its time because it did so many things with the whole VMU being a CD player connected to the internet. It was, oh my god, so advanced, and that eventually led to its downfall because it was just, oh my god. And the games that I really remember most were like obviously the Sonic Adventure games, because not only was that the first time I heard Sonic talk, but it was also the first time I got introduced to Amy and Big and Gamma, but I already knew Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles from the other games. I just didn't. I was like, oh my god, they look so different now. And Sonic Adventure 2 was like same, except I freaking hate the space levels, and I still do to this day. Those levels can burn in hell. But the gem of them all that I will always cherish would be my time playing Power Stone, because I played that again. That was also another game I played with my older brother. Like the first Power Stone, like just me and him fighting, and because he literally told me that him and my other cousin, they were play testing the Dreamcast, and they ended up playing the games before we got to play them. So um, I did that, and he liked Power Stone, and his character was on Ryoma, and I liked Ryan Tang because the whole Super Saiyan motive, and him being like, you know, again, Son Goku basically, because of his transformation, his love to eat. He was that guy, and he was a nod toward Goku, okay. And my I can say who my other favorite was. I say Ayame because she was a ninja. She could turn to her thing with a ninja transformation. If you don't know what Power Stone is, you should first off be ashamed of yourself. If you lived in that age, if you've not experienced Power Stone, you should be ashamed of yourself. Shame. And it was a fighting game by Capcom, 3D fighting game. and you basically you can like fight as you will, like fight handed. Just go in there like no items, Smash Bros style, or you can pick up items. In this case, being actual items like flamethrowers, guns, hammers. Let's go. Pick up crates. Certain characters can do like things on poles. Like certain characters can pick up the pole. Like strong characters will pick up the pole, and other characters will just like do like either a grab or attack from it. And you also have the central thing, power zones, which allowed you to transform to like your super state and do a super move that use your meter. Power Zone 2 though, Power Zone 2 will still be my favorite game in the series because of first off it was 4 player, so me and my other cousins could play that game, and I mostly played it with my brother. We did co-op on that, so that was always a fun time, and it was also it just was like it improved so much though, because not only did you were there more power stones, you could like make like 6 appear like in a single match, and the stages, the the fighting, the weapons, everything, like it was just so overwhelming, and oh god, it's one of those games I wish I could just play now. It was just one of those games I wish had a modern day release, because like it would benefit so well now, because like this basically to me, and I know people already pointed out, like it's just not, now people think like it's a Smash Bros copy, but this came before Smash, so um it was, this will always be like the 4 player fighter for me. Like if I did a list of 4 player fighting games, this will always be like the top one. It will always be number 1 because of just how much fun it was and how it improved as a sequel. But anywho, other games on the Dreamcast, Dynamite Cop. That was another co-op game I played with my brother and my older brother. Didn't understand it at the time, and looking back now, I was like, I kind of wish I had the means to play this game, because I do have the game. Like, thing is though, like most of the Dreamcast games I still own, I just don't have a working Dreamcast, so that's my conundrum. That was I didn't know like that was, I think it was supposed to be like a spiritual successor to Streets of Rage, because it definitely played like Streets of Rage, and like the whole cop aspect and whatnot, and fighting drug lords or whatnot. So if you fought a Kraken at one point in the game, so, and some natives. I watching Balrog play that, I was like, well, this game was pretty damn questionable. I'm like, I'm not gonna lie down. I'm like, these games are perfect. They had their moments, and it definitely showed there. Like the whole girl being in the briefcase, and then, oh boy, that fight scene at the end where you can basically make a choice and you can fight to the death, and she's just brooding the entire time. I was just like weird, and it was a weird moment. And, like I wish that would got a re-release, but it didn't. Sega really dropped the ball now. I doubt there's any good Dreamcast emulators. If there are, please tell me. I'll be happy to play some emulated Dreamcast games. It saved me the trouble of buying a freaking used Dreamcast again, because swear to God, if I buy one and the fuse blow out on me again, I'm just gonna call it a lost cause and be like, the patch is just stay in the fucking past apparently. Another game, 2 games in particular, 2 RPGs I can think of right now were Time Stalkers. That was what my brother got into. He played that a lot, and Evolution. Evolution ended up getting like a GameCube remake, but he didn't get it, and I should probably get on that. but Time Stalker never got a re-release. I didn't even know it was a crossover game, to be honest, because I didn't know anything about the series. All I knew is that you were collecting monsters and they fought for you. And yeah, and the thing with both is that it would change. Like every time my brother would play it, like it would change like each time. Like one time he got got to play as the lion. Another time he got to play as the dude in the green shirt or whatnot. And for Evolution, it was the same. Like he would one 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 time he would team up with like the little boy, and another time he would have the butler, and it was just looking back now, I was like, I don't even know how we got to those situations. It was just one of those moments. And another, I should probably mention this now before Mario on Thin Ice with the Sonic community is Sonic Shuffle. That was another game I highly remember because of how we were with the. And I swear I'm gonna keep mentioning it. I'm gonna keep mentioning it time and time again. This was the final season of Sonic X. Get over it. This game happened. Just stop trying to believe it did exist. It happened. Deal with it. I dealt with it. Just move on, people. It happened. It's canon. Okay? It's canon. Anyway. Sonic Shuffle was basically Sonic Answers to Mario Party, which at the time we didn't get into because no Nintendo 64 at the time. And it was. I liked it at the time because I'm like, it did something different because you had battles, you had little gems you could use, and which basically served as items. Your rings did something you could get. I think the thing with shops though, you had to literally land on them. I don't know if you had to land on them, you could just pass them, but it was one of those. You had trivia's events. You literally had to wait for mini games. That's basically the common complaint with Sonic Shuffle was instead of how Mario Party was, where you get a minigame each turn, you literally had to land on a space for a minigame in Sonic Shuffle, and it was just weird. And also the whole you can't replay minigames you like thing, like how Mario Party had with, but they end up having somebody. There's a cheat out there for that. And I remember doing story mode and failing spectacularly because the AI was bullshit and because of how it would get a card when it was basically like Mario Party AI, where like whenever it needed, it would get it and like all the time. And that was also another thing I liked about Sonic Shuffle was that like if you could just take cards from like anybody, you could be like, I think it was more opportunity to be a dick in Sonic Shuffle than and ruin friendships there than Mario Party, because in Sonic Shuffle your hand is literally shown to like everyone, and even if you are like on this playing like foreplay or whatnot, your hand's shown and everybody knows what card it is, what position it's in, and they can just take the card from you. They could be like, yeah, I'm just gonna be a dick and take the card from you, and that was that's like more of a dick moment than anything. Why Sega didn't release it? It's beyond me. I'm like, you could at least, like Capcom ended up releasing Mega Man Legends and the Myth of Ezra Trombone, yet you guys won't do the same for Sonic Shuffle, which baffles me. I was like, I gladly play Sonic Shuffle. Even now, I play like I grab my brother and be like, we're playing Sonic Shuffle. We're gonna go through if we're gonna go through this bullshit out together and realize like what terrible life choices we made doing this. Because I didn't do that a lot now than I did when I was little. well, growing up, like I usually like ask, would keep bothering him to play games with me to the point like he would literally not play games with me, which is why he won't play Halo with me ever. And I got real lucky with him help at offering to play Gears of War with me, but that was like the final level, and the AI was shit in that game. Shit game, by the way. And last Dreamcast game I could think of, two I could think of was Psychic Force 2021, because that was also another series that ended up having like a sequel, like a game before it. But this is just like a you like this was a fighting game where you fought like in like this little rectangular cube whatnot, and you like pick a character and they had like different powers. Like the main dude, I like he had plasma, and another dude had ice, and another chick had fire. Dude had marionettes, stuff like that. It, that was like something I wish could have gotten revisited. I don't know. Um, then it was on this rail shooter, Gunbird. Gunbird. I don't know if that Morgan was in it. Morgan from Darkstar was in it, and this was also that game that made me realize like I like these type of shooters. Like, and I was like, I don't know the name of these, and I still don't. It's still a struggle to remember it. And I was like, I just like these type of games, and these type of shooter games I'm okay with. And like recently now, I'm like Splatoon is like got me into back into like first person shooters, and I'm liking what I'm seeing from Overwatch because that's found that was interesting too. So that both of those basically got like my interest back in shooting games as a whole compared to like how I was literally stuck on Halo. And oh yeah, I played Shenmue. I know who like I'm probably like the one of the people like that actually owned Shenmue. Like I had it, didn't played it, but didn't really play it because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So same with Tomb Raider. Had Tomb Raider, just didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And it was also some of those games were just too fucking dark, and I didn't know how to adjust the brightness setting. The brightness setting I would end up having like to do on my TV. So yeah, that was the thing. Yeah, no. Also had a lot more tie-in games for that, like Chicken Little was one, Chicken Run. That was a tie-in game we had. Um, 102 Dalmatians. That was another tie-in. I remember being that. Disney, that Disney racing game, no, that Disney racing game didn't go nowhere with that. Oh my god, the Buzz Lightyear game was just fucking horrible, and I fucking hated that vampire. Ever since I met him in the game, I was like, I hate you. I hate you so much. I hate him in the actual series. Ever since I'm like, I hate you so much. You don't even know. I just really hate you. You're a cheating bastard. Okay, cheating fucking bastard. I think that covers basically the Dreamcast, and unless I'm missing something, nope, covers the Dreamcast perfectly. Um, oh, Marvel vs. Capcom. Forgot about that. That was my first exposure to that series, and I'm like, this is like the best thing ever because I didn't have to. Like, I didn't have to. So I basically got to suck with the first one, played two eventually, but basically played with the first game. Um, got to let's get to Nintendo 64. Like, my this is another fun story. Um, my my dad he ended up buying like a couple actual Nintendo 64s. He was gonna give them to the school, like as part of like kids like as far as like, because our school, our elementary school, like used to like give out different things for like honor students and whatnot, and he was gonna give some necessities fours, but my mom told me like the principal wanted a part of it, so we ended up he just ended with like a whole closet full of Nintendo 64s. But that was like, yeah, that beforehand we already had our own. We had because my brother he had the regular Nintendo 64, like the gray one, and my sister she ended up getting a green Nintendo 64. So play games on there. And this is where most of my the remainder of my childhood went, because the Dreamcast was dead and gone at this point, because I don't know if I ruined it by then, because I think I poured something in there like an idiot, and because I really took shit care of my games at that time, and but 74 we had games like it was some racing game. I know we had F Zero. F Zero was I remember that because my car kept blowing up because of how fucking fast it was. Um, Smash Bros. That was different. Kirby and the Crystal Shards. That was like my favorite because of the multiplayer more than anything, because of how the multiplayer games worked and how we would play them together. Like me and my brother, and whenever our other cousins would come over, we would play that. And just the panel one, the panel mini game, then the tree mini game, and the puddle mini game, like the hopscotch one. Those just like, oh my god, just so much fun. And Jet Force Gemini, that was a game I we did multiplayer on. I didn't know about the single player. I didn't really do that much because I was a filthy casual even at a young age, and who didn't want to do single player but do multiplayer because of being able to play as characters I can't play as the in the original was single player. But I played it recent, not too long ago, like 2 years back, and I was like, oh, well, this changed anything things. I was like, I played this wrong. Mega Man 64, that was another one. That one got me into the Legend series, because I was already a Mega Man fan at the time because of the whole Super Fighting Robot Mega Man. That TV show. Don't realize how bad something is until you look back at it. And I didn't know that it was a port of the PS1 version. So I really didn't care at the time. I was like, it's Mega Man. I don't care. I'm gonna enjoy this. So then the Pokemon games, Pokemon Stadium, Stadium 2, Snap, um, Puzzle League Challenge. The thing with the first two, like again, we had the games at the time. We had both had Magic Game Boys. We had the Pokemon Game Boys. Had red and blue respectively. I had red. He had blue. Um, then we got Pikachu, the yellow edition with Pikachu. I don't know whose version was that. It was just. I think we both had our own versions of it, and yeah, this is another thing I should probably mention. I ended up deleting my brother's game on Pokemon Blue because he couldn't beat Gary, and I was like, I went through that mindset. I did that a lot, just deleting game day because I had no idea what I was doing, and because I did end up deleting his because he got to Gary, and couldn't beat him. Since he couldn't beat him, I delete the game, and same with Smash Bros. Ended up deleting the game, the data for that, even though I think we got Kylie Falcon. So yeah, I was basically like what you would fear a child. You don't have to fear a child doing that now because we live in an age where it's not much of a hassle anymore, and everything can get like multiple save states and whatnot. And it was also like we just played the mini games on that one too. Like we just that's how it was. That's how we basically played like Pokemon Stadium One. Just did the mini games, and like the Magic Card mini game, the Fairy mini game, Pikachu. We never got that to work as a grown up. Like playing it, like we never got that to work. We had Ligatron's thing was good. We got that was fun. I know I'm missing somebody. Metapod Harden. That was a good thing. And Sans That was got to do his thing too. And they Pokemon Stadium like had some good fucking mini games, and granted they was complete shit because they were brutal as fuck because Gen 1 was broken, and it basically had that you better fight with your own Pokemon than rental Pokemon because those rental Pokemon had some shit moves. I tell you that, and Pokemon Stadium 2. Again, we had both versions of the game. Like I had gold, he had silver. Um, played mini games on that. I especially enjoyed the Delvort one where you literally was taking presents and whatnot. Furrin, that was because I loved Furrin. Furrin was just so fucking cute, and I always gotta carry Furrin with me. It's just a necessity, like carrying like a Hoot. Those like my two favorite Pokemon in Generation 2. And knocked out. I mean, damn, not knocked out. Cyndaquil. His cause mainly because Firestar all day. Team Fire all day, every day. Can't stop, won't stop. And the Pikachu minigame came back. I remember that much. Except they added Pikachu this time. No, I'm forgetting somebody. I'm trying to think. The Eevee minigame that was adorable. Getting the fruit and making sure you got the most. Um, Again, it was just like Pokemon Stadium One, where the AI like you were better off with your own Pokemon than the one the game provided you because the game Pokemon were shit, and you were gonna find out the hard way if you played through that game. And as far as Pokemon Snap goes, that was kind of a mixed bag. I played it, and my brother played it too, and we was just taking pictures and finding out all the hidden secrets and whatnot on our own because this was back in the day where the internet did exist. Well, it did exist, but you couldn't look games like we had dial up and we didn't have a computer at the time, so whatever game secrets we found it on our own and remember it. So we was living in those days. So privileged kids are privileged nowadays. So we didn't have the luxury of YouTube and game FAQs or whatnot. We had to find the secrets on our own. So yeah, that was. It still baffles me why Nintendo refused to re-release that game. Now re-release it, but make another version of it. They had the means to, like, you had the Wii U gamepad. And you literally have a game where you use a fucking camera. So again, just kind of dropped the ball there. And it's same for the 3DS with the AR camera and the camera built in. So again, dropped the ball in there. Turok, that was alright Pokemon Puzzle League Challenge. Enough said. Turok, we had that for a while, and then we had this weird ass alien game, which I had no idea what the fuck it was about. Only that I could drive a motorcycle, and that's what I did. As far as more multiplayer go, like we played GoldenEye our cousins had GoldenEye. We played that. Um, and they also had Conqueror's Bad Fur Day, which we did the multiplayer. We did the heist on that. That was our thing. We literally played multiplayer heist on that, and that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to get the remake so bad for like the Xbox. I was like, oh, they have multiplayer on here. I was like, until I found out like it wasn't on there, so I was kind of disappointed on that because I wanted to do the heist. That was like the best multiplayer mode in the game to me. And I don't even know if it's even a rare replay because they tend to do that nowadays. Like a game that had online like multiplayer features, they tend to get rid of that. So I'm not so sure about that. So correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but still I'm not too sure about that. And that was basically it as far as the 2004 game. Yes, I know like I didn't play Super Mario 64 Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. I didn't play any of those again. Yoshi Story, forgot about that. My older brother loved that game. Um, that was an experience, just going through that game, getting the Yoshi Story and hearing the Yoshi theme, and oh god, the last level that terrified me because the the implications, man. Like you knew what you was getting into, and now it's a cakewalk. But back then, oh my god, oh god, it was too spooky for me. Ugh, never gets old. Oh boy, and I basically covered our Nintendo 64 run in the long run things, and if you haven't noticed by now, we're kind of putting track. We basically had like Sega and Nintendo consoles, and that still stayed the same till like the PlayStation 2 came around 2001, and that was the same time we got our GameCube. I remember being like in second grade during this time, and we basically our first few GameCube games were Smash Melee. It was Melee, Pikmin 2, Sonic Rush 2 Battle, and I was like, oh, I remember this. That was like the Dreamcast version. I was like, oh, Knuckles darker, so is Rouge. I'm like, wow. And it was a battle mode, and you get to play as all the other characters like Tikal and Chaos and Amy and Metal Sonic and Chow and Dark Chow. Yeah, that was what he was working with, mind you. And Pikmin, that was a interesting experience because it was nothing like it. Like never played a game like Pikmin, and it was just like a deadline and whatnot. Never beat the game to this day, so sue me. Melee was self-explanatory. You played the original for so long, like Melee, and you go to Melee and see how fast Melee is and all the characters in there, and like, wow, this is like the best thing ever. Like, why there's no GameCube Virtual Console is like beyond me, to be honest. And as more as GameCube is, I say, Soul Calibur 2 is definitely a major thing I remember most from the GameCube. That Custom Robo, again, another major game. Like that, it was that played multiplayer with. It was basically like a multiplayer machine. I basically had like every multiplayer on there. Like WrestleMania 18, that was there. Sonic Heroes, that was also, yeah, because I was in the whole mindset. Like, since I got more, since I have 4 GameCube controllers, I could actually get like more multiplayer games. Super Monkey Ball, that was a weird one. Just came back home one day from church and ended up with Super Monkey Ball, and that was like weird, really weird. It was a really weird experience, but grew to love it as you played it more and more, and got the second one too. No, I missed like a couple more. Um, my brother ended up getting Rave Master. That was the closest I'll ever get to a Power Stone game like ever again because of how fucking broken it is and whatnot. And did my rubber in it too because I love the original, which was on PlayStation One. I'll go into more detail about that later. And Four Swords Adventure, that was a good one. I remember that the most because of how we basically screwed each other in that game, and why I didn't get a remake is beyond me. And just so many games, you know. And everybody keeps saying like it didn't have that many games. Well, it did. It's like a lot of them were like under the radar, and like the Clash of Ninja series, that was second one was better out of the two. Second one was better, but had like more shooting characters. You literally got to play as Crow in that game. You know, Conqueror's puppet. You got to play as him, and Akamaru, Akamaru. He was the dog. You got to play as Akamaru. The fuck. At least it got better as the series went on, and as far as any other game I could think of, because I'm not messing something. Oh, and Wind Waker, Twilight Princess. Those are like how I got to 3D Zelda, because I got into like 2D Zelda through Oracle of Seasons, through which my brother had, and I had Oracle Ages. I beat his game, but he ended up linking his profile to my game and ended up getting like the better deal. And overall, I didn't know my game was harder. I should realize that. And even now, when I still have both of those games on 3DS, I still have not beaten either one. Kind of says a lot about me. Oh god, it's like a trend. You've seen the trend now, like start a game like from your childhood and not finish it at all, even when you revisit it. It's kind of sad, but whatever. Um, because the Wind Waker thing was I got the whole preview pre-order thing where I got Ocarina of Time and I also got Master Quest. So yeah, played made some Master Quest, made like the Shadow Temple of Master Quest because of like Nintendo powers that were talking about it, and made to like the end of Ocarina of Time, like summer of 10th grade because Majora's Mask was coming out for Virtual Console. So yeah, that's when I finally decided I want to beat this game, and I ended up playing it like on the Wii, and like since the Wii was back compatible with the GameCube, so there go my Zelda games. I'm caught up, guys. In terms of 3D Zelda, I'm caught up. Like 2D, I didn't even make it past like the sixth. I'm at the sixth dungeon in like the first Zelda. I never got past that. Zelda 2, I never got. I'm still on Zelda 2. I'm still in the beginning of the game of that. Link to the Past, I'm literally made it to like the Shadow World, the Dark World, and I'm like on my second dungeon there. So, cut me some slack. I'm, 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 I don't have the attention span I used to as a kid. Um, Another thing was I didn't get Kirby Air Ride. I'm kind of kicking myself for that one because everybody likes to talk about like how Kirby Air Ride was like the best experience on the GameCube, and I'm like I had time to get it, seen it many times, just never got it. Also I got Beautiful Joe and Billy Hatcher because of the demo disc that came with the GameCube for a while, and that was those two games that stood out for me. Beautiful Joe because Beautiful Joe it was different and like I thought he was a Power Ranger to be honest, and that's another topic for another time. Same with Billy Hatcher. Both of those are another topic for another time. I plan on talking about soon, but I will discuss them in more detail, but those are like a basic part of my childhood. As far as shoehorn game, tying games, when Tarzan, we had Tarzan, gave that away, and we had this Disney game with Mickey, but kind of broke that. Kind of broke that because GameCube discs were very easy to break, and end up like opening it, like popping it up too soon, and end up getting cracked, and it wouldn't read. So we never got to play that game. That was one GameCube game we never got to play. We just kept it just cause, but reasons. Spider-Man 2, that was another GameCube game I can remember fondly of because it was like better than the first Spider-Man. Oh my god, I just thought about it. It was on the tip of my tongue too. Um, Damn, I can't think about it. and it pains me too. Beautiful Joe too, because I didn't beat the first game. Again, I was like, oh god, another time. Sorry about that one. That was I just need to think of something. Oh Beyblade, that was a oh god, that I kind of want to forget that one. But PlayStation 2, PlayStation 2. Thing with this one was we had like a mixed bag. We had PS1 games and PS2 games, and the PS1 games really outweighed the PS2 games. This is where I found out they made a Legends 2. Because I'm like, I didn't even know there was a Legends 2, to be honest. I didn't even know it was a Misadventure Trombone. That was basically played after that game. I was like, wow. Because they introduced the whole bird clan or whatnot, the bird robots. And I didn't know who they were. I was like, oh, these must be from the Misadventure Trombone. I didn't find out about that till like later. And Rampage, because had that for N64, got it again for this. Also, well, Oddworld, Tomb Raider again. Don't ask me why. Spyro, that was Spyro Crash. No, if it's Fighting Force, that was another one. Those are like the main one. Like as far as PS2 games go, I remember the SmackDown games, and I think we had Warzone. It was we had wrestling games. Okay, we had wrestling games, and just as far as PS2 games go, I remember the my brother getting playing Dark Cloud, then OK Age, and later we got the other SmackDown game like Just Bring It and Shut Your Mouth. I'm trying to think what else. We got the Budokai games, like Budokai 1 through 3, because that was a Kingdom Hearts. That was a time where we didn't have memory cards. We had memory cards, but they went missing. Didn't know what, and we had no way to save, so it would be pointless to save. And I was like, well, now your new generation, you don't have to worry about this. But I literally joked about my gabbers about this on the phone. I was like, you remember those like back in the days, like we had memory cards and whatnot, and like if you would literally like be screwed if you didn't have a memory card to save, and compared to how you are now, like you could just back up and like you have save system, you have memory on your consoles now compared to like how it was back then, where like if you were literally like try to beat a game in a day because if you as soon as you turn it off, you gotta start all the way back over. Especially that would be like hell, especially like if you played RPGs. And yeah, that was the thing with PS2. Like the list didn't like get it bigger to like later because we had that one Portal game with the Portal Runner and NBA Street, Def Jam Vendetta. I remember that one. just so many, and it, as far as Microsoft went with the Xbox, it was just the only games I could vaguely remember and vaguely care about was Whacked, Halo, Raw, Kung Fu Chaos, Mad Dash, Shrek, and Blinks the Cat. Cause I'm like looking now, like Microsoft had something going there with their exclusives. They could have expanded on it. They just didn't for a reason. The only exclusive they expanded on was Halo. They saw everything else as lost cause. Why they saw Blinks and Kung Fu Chaos as lost cause is beyond me. And Whack 2, because two of those games were like had like the best multiplayer experiences like ever. But that's just me. One of them even had online, but again, just me. And as far as the console wars as a whole went in gaming childhood, you can see like a lot happened, a lot changed from then. Granted, like my older brother and my sister don't play games anymore. My older brother does from time to time. It's basically like just me and my brother right now, just playing games. Because my older only plays with my nephew whenever he asks him to play, and me and my brother, we just play. We're like with the current times. Like he's developed a mindset of not going back to play games. Like unlike me, who's willing to go back and play games, but you know, different strokes for different folks. And yeah, we basically had like every console at the time, but that was like it obviously changed with this gen. So well, that's another topic for another time. But I doubt I'm gonna go back into that. And I probably won't because I've gotten a lot of videos talking about current gaming console wars or whatnot and gaming now. But maybe one day I'll talk about it. Just not now. Not with this long ass project that was long overdue. So yeah, I know I rambled a bunch and trying to remember. Like you gotta cut me some slack here. This is like way back in when I was 6. Okay, way back when I was in like elementary school at most. Earliest, that was 2001, 2003. Man, it's just God. It's not fun times. But I apologize for the Myers ramblers and those times I was just like just stuck. So again, sorry for that one. And what's your thoughts on what's your experience gaming earlier on, like throughout your childhood? Was like a good experience, first console, first multiplayer experience, just like who'd you play with, stuff like that, and if and your thoughts on the console war in general at the time. Like, were you pro Sega, pro Sony, or pro Nintendo, or were you pro Microsoft? I swear I will hunt you down if you say that last one. I will hunt you down. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and this has been another Zero's Retrospective. Leave stuff in the comments if you want. Share my social medias on the channel banner. Message me on Twitter, XFM, Tumblr's a thing too. So all that on the banner. You know what to do. And I'll see you tomorrow for Let's Talk Anime. And you're in for a treat this time because since I was having difficulties saving the the one I planned for last week, I end up being able to save this week, so you get two videos. Oh god, that was a poor impersonation of the count. So yeah, two videos. Lucky you guys.